the job. About 10 years ago, I went to a town that very few people have heard of. It's called Immokalee, Florida. Anybody heard of that? Very small town in Florida. And what its fame is, it grows in that town most of the tomatoes that are used by McDonald's and Burger King. And the people who do the harvesting there are, by and large, undocumented people. And I went there and I wanted to see what was going on. And what I saw was not a pretty sight. And in fact, if you can believe it, on the day that I just visited them, just coincidentally, the U.S. attorney in the area was charging a contractor with slavery. He was enslaving, literally forcing people to work in an involuntary way. He was committing slavery 10 years ago in the United States of America. So you have people who were underpaid, who were overworked. I went to the homes, they were living in deplorable housing conditions, deplorable working conditions. And actually we made some progress, we had a hearing, we improved the situation there a bit. But the bottom line is, when you have no legal rights, and you work for me, I can exploit you, I can cheat you, and you have no recourse. Nothing you can do about it. That is taking place all over this country. Second of all, when you have 11 million people who are undocumented in this country, it is clear to me that we need comprehensive immigration reform and a path toward citizenship. I was, just a few days ago, in San Diego area, there's a park. I don't know, any of you know what a park called the Friendship Park? Ring a bell? And here's what this Friendship Park is about. And it's, it's a beautiful location. It's right on the Pacific Ocean. It's really quite beautiful. But that's where the border is. And what has been built is a fence. And it's an unusual fence because the gaps in the screening are so small that the only way people can touch each other literally is with their pinkies. And the tragedy there, the sadness there, is that on weekends, as I understand it, the gate is open and people are, both sides are able to talk to each other. They can't hug, they can't kiss, maybe they make physical contact with their pinkies. So you got on one side a wife and on another side a husband. On one side a mother, on the other side you have children. This is not what our immigration policy should be. Our policy should be to unite families, not divide families. If Congress does not do its job and pass comprehensive immigration reform, I will use the executive powers of the presidency. And in addition, in my view, we have got to end the current deportation policy. Our campaign is listening not only to the Latino community, we're listening to the African American community. And they are asking me a very good question. And that question is, how come we have trillions to spend on a war in Iraq that we never should have gotten into, but somehow we don't have the funds to rebuild our crumbling inner cities and put people there back to work? This campaign is listening to a people whose pain is very rarely heard, and that is the Native American people. All of you know that from before the time when this country became a country, when the first settlers came here, Native Americans were lied to, they were cheated, and the treaties they negotiated were broken. We owe the Native American people, we take this for granted, but we should not. We owe them a